One storm-racked night, two burly and rain-soaked foot soldiers, separated from their regiment, stride into a small inn in Japan. There they are greeted and become acquainted with both the dignified proprietor as well as the milk-white dove perched atop one of his shoulders. This is the beginning of Gordon Linzner's The Inn of the Dove, which is another story from the June 1981 issue of Rod Serling's The Twilight Zone magazine. According to Ted Klein's intro in the magazine, this was Linzner's first professional sale, although he had been and continues to be quite active in small press circles. The signature on the accompanying artwork states Reyes 80, but I do not know if this is the same Oscar Reyes that did the art for Stephen King's The Jaunt, which appears in this issue as well. Now, according to the Internet Speculative Fiction Database, Linzner published 3 novels. The Spy Who Drank Blood, which was and is a small press offering. Then there was 1986's The Oni from Leisure Books, and 1988's The Troop from Pocket Books. Linzner has been active to this day, it seems, as a short story writer. His most recent publications were in 2024. The Inn of the Dove is a pretty straightforward tale of a long-awaited revenge that rights a terrible wrong. Now, to my admittedly limited perspective and knowledge, Inn of the Dove appears to be a homage to the Japanese storytelling tradition of onryo, the vengeful spirit genre, mostly in their tales of science fiction and fantasy, although they also appear in their samurai tales. This version, however, is from a Western and thus more favorable interpretation of the supernatural than you would get in the more traditional tales from Japan itself. Again, this is from my limited understanding and knowledge of this material. Japanese tales of vengeful spirits do not lean towards having a positive or upbeat catharsis, which is what this story builds to. It took a paragraph or so for me to really fall under the story's poetic and narrative style, but once I was under its spell, I was quite happy with it by the end. And I think it serves as just another wonderful reminder of why I loved the Twilight Zone magazine so much, both then and now. I give this one 3.5 stars. And now it's on to whatever is next, and I'll be talking to you in the next one. Bye.